Hi, my diamonds. How are you? Before I share this video with you, this is a dude who he speaks with a serpent's tongue. Anything to try to get out of marriage, okay? He feels that marriage is just a certificate. It's nothing important about it. But I will play this for you. And please, ladies, don't believe this bullery that you hear this snake saying. Let me share this with you. Here it is. Will you marry a man with no marriage certificate? Let's listen to what this dude says. Come on, sir.
Die before I have a death certificate. So I don't need a marriage certificate to validate my connection with you. But society says this.
Hold on, you about to piss all the women off right now.
I can piss them off. They need to hear it.
I already know you about to piss them off right now. We done had this conversation before. We had a brother who said that same thing. Who said that, you know, he didn't want his marriage and his connection and his, you know, the sanctity of the marriage itself to be validated by the government and so on and so forth. Which I get that. But a lot of women, they don't really. That's a false sense of security for them. The word alone is just a false sense of security.
We can have paperwork. We can have an insurance policy to make sure you straight if something happens to me or vice versa. We can create our own contract. I hate the word contract. That's what this is. The prefix to contract is con. I want a covenant. The contract, bro. I'm tired of contract. We are covenant people, bro. And because we have not been standing no ticket, I'm gonna die before I have a death certificate. So I don't need a marriage certificate to validate my connection with you. But society says this.
Hold on, you about to piss all the women off right now.
I can piss them off. They need to hear it.
I already know you about to piss them off right now.
Now, of course, you know, SheilaTruelove, I had to comment on this because you have a lot of women who will fall for this bullery. And this is the comment that I left. When it comes to marriage, the Bible speaks decisively to this issue. Romans chapter 13, verse 1 and 2 says, "Obey the government, for God is the one who has put it there. There is no government anywhere that God has not placed in power. So those who refuse to obey the law of the land are refusing to obey God, and punishment will follow." Now, what does the Bible say about fornication? Okay, so what this guy is trying to do, you know, because I can see that he's not a Christian and he has no respect or healthy fear for his creator and for his designer, his manufacturer. He has no respect. Now, let's think about the law of the land. Keep in mind Romans chapter 13, verse 1 and 2. The law of the land is you have to get married legally if you want to be taken seriously before God and Christ, number one, and for it not to be fornication, just shacking up. Now, fornication, we know, is a deadly sin, period. So I tell the ladies, please don't fall for this bullery. The serpent always was a clever speaker. Please don't be deceived like Eve. I rest my case. Fornication is fornication. Shacking up is shacking up. The government don't respect this as something that's legal or what have you. But even forget about the government. Let's forget about these man-made rules and regulations. Let's look at it from God's point of view. Now, we know the difference between fornication, laying up with somebody you're not married to, based on what the law is, the law of the land, Romans 13, 1 and 2. What is adultery? Adultery is someone who is married and they're sleeping with someone else. So him sitting here saying that he doesn't need a piece of paper, honey, a piece of paper, a warrant for someone's arrest is just a piece of paper. But do you see the power that it packs behind it? Money is just a piece of paper. But look at the power that it carries behind it. So like I said, you're going to meet a lot of these silver tongue speaking serpents, that he's nothing but a serpent. And just like Eve was deceived in the Garden of Eden based on what? What she was told, what she hears. Don't fall for it. Don't be another Eve and be deceived.